talk to me. Today we are talking about planning matters, the Black Friday Small Biz Saturday edition. Today's show is sponsored by J. Kearns Correll and Associates. She's licensed in multiple states, y'all. For life insurance, she does Medicare, supplemental, long-term care, financial literacy, and wellness webinars and workshops, education, retirement savings planning, loan signing service. She's a notary, baby. She's a one-stop shop for your estate planning needs. Make sure you go check out James Correll and Associates. The Facebook information is Joyce Kearns Correll. You can find her on IG and more. Today, Lisa and I are going to be talking about what you need to succeed. I tell you, today's been one of them days. I'm talking about planning matters. Do I look like I planned to be here today? Probably not. But let me tell you what happened. Earlier today, Lisa and I were talking about Black Friday and Small Business Saturday. And I said, Lisa, let's go do a quick IG live, even though I hadn't done my hair or anything yet. So while we were doing it, and I'm going to bring Lisa on so she can chime in on this here. Come on in here, Lisa, because you need to be for this. And while we were talking this morning about planning for Black Friday and Small Business Saturday and any special sales events you had, I threw out to people that, hey, if you haven't planned for Small Business Saturday or Black Friday, you're leaving money on the table. Remember that, Lisa?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm just asking, bear with me here till we get into the show. But here's the thing. While I was talking to everybody about this, at the end, we were telling them, Lisa said, hey, you guys, if you haven't done it, don't worry. You can just put out something free, like a lead magnet or a free worksheet or whatever. And I got the bright idea to say, hey, if you haven't planned, why don't you just DM me or call or something, and I'll help you do that. Well, you got to be careful what you put out there on live, because what happened was people actually DM'd me. And some folks called and they wanted help so that they could get their Black Friday and Small Business Saturday sales on. And so from this morning, and I think we did this like at 9 a.m. this morning, right, Lisa? It was like early. Yeah. You have to go see live, y'all. If you haven't seen my Instagram, go check it out. It's at Brenda the Soulutionist on IG. Just like it's spelled up there. Brenda, Brenda, the Soulutionist. Brenda the Soulutionist. And I threw that out there, and baby, people showed up and showed out, because there's a lot of people out there, Lisa, that did not plan for Black Friday, did not plan for Small Business Saturday, which is why we wanted to have this conversation. And I was surprised. And then I was not surprised. Are you surprised, Lisa?
I'm not. There was a survey done of small businesses, small and medium-sized businesses with Alignable, and 56% of businesses who had already replied were not planning on doing anything for Small Business Saturday. And most businesses, when you think about Black Friday, the first thing most people think of is, I'm going to have to give extreme discounts. And most
people are still DMing me, Lisa. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. And most people, part of the challenge was they were more, it's not for me kind of thing, because they're not a brick and mortar, they're online, or they're a small brick and mortar and they can't afford to give any discounts. Black Friday is not just about discounts all the time. It's about thanking your customers and giving them something. It doesn't even have to be a discount. You can do a whole array of things just to recognize your customers.
Now, here, you guys, and like I said, we're talking about planning matters today. And here it is. Today is, Black Friday. It's all about a special offer on Black Friday. It is one of the biggest sales days of the year, which means people want to give you their money. And small businesses that did not plan for this are leaving money on the table. Now, we talked this in the Solutionist portal way up to this to make sure that people had stuff available. And like Lisa says, it didn't have to be that you gave a deep discount, especially if you're already having a low-end product, or even if you have a high-end product. It could have simply been on Black Friday, you made it available for a special video or something that was free to your customers or people that potentially could be customers, so they know about your business. Lisa, I think a lot of times people are not planning. When I was in the military, I used to always hear, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And it used to really irritate me because I did not get that. I'm like going, I'm one of those people just fly by the seat of my pants, let me just do this. But oftentimes it would happen. Like for this, I planned to get my hair curls back in this morning. And that shouldn't have been a problem because I had hours and hours to do it. But I did not factor that in when I threw out the invitation to assist people in getting things ready for Black Saturday and ta-da
Black
tomorrow.
Friday and Black
Thank you.
Friday and Small Business Saturday.
Black Friday and Small Business Saturday. Now, these two back to back sales events are opportunities for entrepreneurs, crafters, business owners, and everything to really rack in the sales. And here's something else I thought was interesting, Lisa, when I was talking to one young lady when we had broke from our call, was that her on these 2 days, she's looking for businesses she didn't know about. The light bulbs went off for me because oftentimes we think it's just the stuff they know. But like you and I talked about, if you're a small business, this is also a great opportunity to find programs and services that you use as a business that may offer discounts, sales, or special offers today. Did you find any good deals today, Lisa?
I did. I actually found a couple of good deals. The stores had a couple of good deals out there, so I finalized the Christmas gifts that I was looking for. And then there were a couple of really good sales that I got for software programs.
You know what? This is my favorite time to look for software programs because there are so many out there now that are powered, and one of them that some of them that are powered by AI. We're going to be talking about that because you have some classes coming up in AI. We'll talk about that at the end. But I do want to say that if you are an entrepreneur or small business owner, you may have a limited budget. And these types of events that happen for Black Friday and Small Business Saturdays are opportunities for you to capitalize on people that, whether they know, like, and trust you, they're already looking for you because money is burning a hole in their pocket and they can't wait to find a deal. I think that oftentimes people are not planning for this, Lisa, because they're like me. I didn't know these days exist. When you're a new business owner, or some of the people I talk to, I asked them, how long have you been in business? Some were 10 years. One lady said 30 years. I said, have you ever played? She actually never had. She has an online coaching business. And I asked her, I said, what would you offer if you did do that? She said, well, right now I could offer, I have a couple of webinars had done that she could have offered for free or at a major discount right now. So you may think, I really don't have anything offered. What is the content that you have that's already evergreen, meaning that it is good, just as good a year ago, it's good today, that you could offer that would be beneficial and add value to your customer base? Lisa, what are some of the things as we talked about this, I don't know if you had time to think about it, but what are some of the things that you would say would be good for a small business or an entrepreneur? Let's find us a what do you call a niche. Let's say a self-publisher. What could they offer? Did you see how I tied that back to me?
Yeah, there you go. That's the way to do it. A self-publisher could offer a checklist to help people get started. You know, a lot of times, especially in self-publishing, what a lot of people don't understand is when you are not an expert on something and you don't know what to do or where to start, having a checklist by an expert just is worth its weight in gold. But the reason that you want to do something like that, and just as an FYI, you could bring this into Cyber Monday because, Cyber Monday is the big cyber sales. And if you're an online coach or online, you can also bring it up on Cyber Monday and put it out as a Cyber Monday deal. But give them something that you could create that would be a checklist of the different things that they needed in order to get their book started. And it really needs to add value to them. What a lot of people do when they do the checklist, they just create the checklist and they throw it out there. It's a checklist I can find when I Google something.
Right.
if you're an expert, you want to show your expertise by giving more than just a checklist I can Google and get out there. It's the one that actually breaks down, and you have a special technique that a lot of people don't even, most publishers don't even do. They give you templates to use for your book, but you always say, look, here is, if you're thinking about writing a book, here's what I really want you to think about. I want you to think about the books you like and why you like those formats. So you could even do how to pick the format for your book. You don't need an online template. You can create your own.
You know, I think that's one of my favorite things to do, Lisa, is show people how they don't have to reinvent the wheel. So many of us are so trying to be unique and original that we will throw out the baby with the bathwater because we don't want to be like nobody else. What they don't understand is it's all about modifying and making it your own. You know, have you ever heard a song that you just absolutely love and you say, oh, I hope they never change that song. And then somebody will do a cover of that song and change it up just a little bit. You're going, I would have never thought to do that. And that's amazing because although that song is attributed to the original author or the original musician, when this new person did it, they made it their own. Here's one of my favorites of that is I had no idea that the Whitney Houston song, I'll Always Love You, was a Dolly Parton song.
I do it.
I didn't know that. And I love Dolly Parton. So I had to go back and listen to the Dolly Parton song, which I absolutely love too. But until that, for me, all I ever knew was Whitney Houston's version.
And here's what's interesting. Sorry, here's what's interesting about that I found so fascinating. When Dolly Parton was interviewed many, many, many years ago in reference to that song, they had made the person who was interviewing had made some sort of comment about what did they think about Whitney taking her song. And she said, she didn't take my song. She made it so different. And she's making me a lot of money. And I would have never sung the song in that tone, that way. It was not, when I wrote it, I did not write it like that. So she understood, as most business owners need to, is when you have something and you format it a certain way and you make it different, you take what you've been doing and you add your own personal touch. Then it becomes yours. And I'm not saying go out and take somebody's program.
We're not talking plagiarizing. We're talking recreating something to put your style and your spin on it. Because what I loved about when I saw that Dolly Parton interview, and I've seen subsequent ones where she talks about how Whitney Houston revitalized people's interest in her original version, how much money she made. So it was a win-win for both of them. And Whitney never hid that it was that Dolly was the original creator and singer of that song. So I think what's interesting for me is that when people are working to build their businesses, build their brand, and they're so busy trying not to say something that somebody else said or did, please know there's nothing new under the sun. There really is not. And, you know, humans have been around a long time, but we do tend to repeat stuff. I mean, imagine if car makers didn't make cars with wheels on them because somebody invented a wheel back in whatever, caveman times or whatever, whenever it was invented. That would be silly. So it's like you have to just find that thing or that product or whatever it is yours and make it your own. I always love when they have knockoffs. I don't know if you remember, one of my favorite things in the world is a Snuggly. Remember, the original thing was a Snuggly, but they have tons of, or Velcro. Even though hook and loop tape is made by a whole bunch of people, most people say Velcro even when it's not Velcro, and there is a difference, which a lot of people may not know. But I say all of that to say that it's just like this with the sales. Lisa, when we first started out connecting and everything, I never planned for events like this. It was until you and I got connected. You said, Brenda, you need to, plan ahead. Don't wait until I'm like, oh, I'll just get there. Well, when you just get there, it's too late to really capitalize on the value of what these particular 2 days offer. Now, think about this, Lisa. For Black Friday and Small Business Saturday, you've already mentioned it. This is a perfect time to purchase Christmas gifts. You're close enough, although I shop in July because I always do Christmas in July. If you are a shopper like both of us. Right now, today, I was looking for those special deals. I already have all the Christmas lists. I know what everybody wants. So I'm looking to capitalize on the deep discounts that stores are offering so that I save a lot of money. And as an entrepreneur, when I'm looking for programs and things I need for my business, this is the best time to get it because people really do. They do bundles, they do specials. Excuse me. And I saw a lot of those today. While we're talking about bundles and specials, let's talk about AI for a little bit here, Lisa, and then we'll get back to the Black Friday and the Small Business Saturday again. But I'm put it up again because I'm really serious about this. Warning, warning, warning. Do not, I repeat, do not use your personal data when using AI. Lisa, I have to tell you, just the other day, I got an email from someone, and you can tell that they used AI. People forget that you still have to edit it. It is so very important. I'll put this little thing up. Yes, AI is important, but it still needs the human touch. You see that lady? She's thinking, how do I use this? What do I do with it? How can I make it better? Because it's a framework. At least that's how I view it. What do you think, Lisa?
I totally agree. It's like if you hire an assistant to do something and you put your name to it, you want to review it before it goes out and you want to edit it. If you're using AI, you have to have structure. Without structure, AI does not benefit you at all. And I can't stress enough that when I am training and talking to people about AI, it's always important to remember that as more and more people are doing AI, they're starting to use AI to create prompts and things. And so somebody will say, oh, you can buy 1,000 prompts or 2,000 prompts. Well, great. Then you go out and get the prompts. A, what do you do with them? First of all, even if they're organized. But more importantly, those were most likely generated from another program, i.e., IA or AI. They probably went in and said, provide me prompts for X, Y, and Z. And then because AI will do that, you tell it what you want and it'll do it. The problem is those are generally not structured where it includes all of the elements that you really want in AI when you do prompts.
And that's one of the things what I like about the classes you've been teaching. I'm putting a flyer from last week that we put up. Lisa has the fear from fear to fluent, demystifying AI writing assistance programs. She's done 2 of the 3D so far, Lisa, actually, because we're moving into the November 29th session, which is all going to be about streamlining your content. And I'll put a flyer up specifically for that one. But what I love about all the classes that you're providing is, number one, they all stand alone. So if you miss it, it's not a problem because she doesn't record them. Either you show up and you get the information or you don't. And it's building up to her webinars and stuff that are going to be launching on Take Action University. And it's real important that if you want this information, you take these classes now while they're still affordable and not as much of a deep dive. Lisa, I'm going to put up the slide for this next upcoming class, and let's talk about this. Your next class is Streamlining Content Creation with AI Writing Assistance Tool. It says we're going to leverage AI writing assistance with content generation. We're going to have techniques for generating blog posts, social media content, and email newsletters using AI. And we're going to talk about the best practices for integrating AI into content creation workflows. Sound like a mouthful for me, Lisa. And it was.
Yeah, and it is because there's no soft way to put what you're doing. When you talk about content creation, a lot of people automatically think social media and that's it. They don't realize all of the different content you can create with AI and how you can actually work it, do content mapping. So, for example, if you're doing a blog post, you can actually use that blog post and make a variety of different social media posts that you can use to share that blog on there, so to get people to your website. So it's really all about the content mapping when you do the actual content on AI, what you do with it. I can't tell you how many times people are so overwhelmed with what they're doing with their content that it gets lost. They have all of these file folders, they have all these files, they're doing all this stuff. and they're not organizing it properly. And I realize that organization is not part of AI, but I do this week I will be giving everybody at the end a an Excel document so that they can use that in their content mapping. They can adjust it to whatever they want, but you have to be organized with AI because there's so much out there. As you know this, some of you may not have noticed, but LinkedIn has incorporated AI into their, when you're doing a post, if you do so many words, it's AI. Canva introduced AI. Microsoft Word is going to be introducing AI. So AI is going to be here. So it's best to get understand how to use it now, because right now Google and ChatGPT are both free. I use
Mm-hmm.
Jasper, but I also jump into Google every once in a while and ChatGPT because there's certain features that I like in those.
Mm-hmm.
And so it really is all about understanding not only how to do it, but how to actually use it without overwhelming yourself.
Well, I have to tell you, Lisa, I'm going to have to take a step back to something you said because I almost, if I had on pearls, I would have clutched them. When you said organization is not a part of AI, oh, I disagree. And it's not that I don't often disagree, but here we go. Why I say it is because you are an information overloader. And if I did not have organization as part of my process with AI, I'd never get anything done. Because, like you said, I am fortunate enough to be a part of many groups. And I get prompts from people all the time. Hey, Brenda, this is a really cool prompt. And if I didn't put them in categories and organize them in some way, there's no way I'd be able to keep up with them. So I do encourage, and I'm also surprised you said that, Miss Take Action 15 minutes or less. Anyway, I digress. Okay, here we go. I think it's important to organize them, at least in the category to say, this is for social media use. This is for writing email letters. This is for writing customer support letters. Or for me, I wrote my brother's obituary. I'm telling you, I used AI for so many different things. You never know. I said that a lot. People say that's morbid, but it's the truth. Yep. AI has been an important framework for me doing what I do in my daily stuff, and I think having some kind of organization, whatever it is important because, like you said, people are putting out the prompts. Everybody's writing a Chat GPT book, and you open it up, and it's nothing but prompts. And most of them are not organized. They just kind of let AI spit out some stuff to them, which really irritates me. But I will say this, and you tell me your thoughts on this, Lisa. I think it's so important for people to go in and play with AI because when in the free versions, you really do have a lot of options. It gets you used to it, and you can learn how to talk to it, talk through it, talk with it to get the results you want so that you can create your own prompts that are unique to you and your business.
Absolutely. And if you do it right, when I last year or earlier this year, back in January, when I wrote the AI quick guide, one of the things I put in that book is I said, you need to organize your commands. Okay. And I gave them information on using their commands. But really, if you use it, it is organization. Organization is always important for everything in my world. Even though it's not AI who's going to organize it for you, you have to do it yourself. But if you know the goal of the command, which is really important, you also add the goal of the command. Okay. And the reason that you add the goal of the command is because then you're going to remember why you did that command. If you found a way to use it, because just because you have a blog, a command, there was a reason, there was a goal for that particular piece of material. If you got the goal later on down the road when you have time, you can actually do your analysis on, okay, if I did it with this goal in mind, did I actually end up with the result that I wanted?
I like that, Lisa. And I'm going to put up how people can connect with. Here's the flyer with the scannable code that you can do, QR code, if you would like to go. If you're listening, you don't hear it, just go to https:/takeactionuniversity.com/events. Again, that's https:/takeactionuniversity.com/events.
Yep. The next class. The bundle session has been pulled down because it's no longer a value. Because the bundle session was $99.97. and we've only got 4 sessions left, you would be paying more money.
Yeah, so then ignore that one, but go to the one for Take Action University. And the next Lunch and Learn is on November 29th at 12 p.m. Eastern to 1 p.m. And she will stop right at 1 p.m. Please note this. So you don't want to miss this. Lisa, I want to cover the fact that marketing is so important for your customer, for your sales, your advertising. Having a strategy for your business for marketing is important. In addition to that, knowing how to use social media in your marketing is another way to ensure you're getting the word out about what your business is capable of. So I always like to leave people with a few things. So I want to leave the people that are listening or will hear this on a replay with the things that I think is important to make sure that you can succeed when it comes to planning for your sales events. The number one thing I say is, number one, know your service and your product. I know that sounds so rudimentary to say, but I recently saw somebody advertise something they didn't even have. I thought, oh, and they said, well, Brenda, I'm going to have it. But do you have it now, sweetie? Is what I said to them. Don't do that. Don't. It's a mistake of business owners that will say, but I'm going to have it. Then something happens, you put it out there, and that could blow up in your face in a really bad way. So, number one, know your product and your service and actually have that product or service available for purchase as offered. The other thing is plan early. Make sure you have a plan for events like Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, it's my birthday, it's this day of the week, it's Happy Thursday, take care Saturday, whatever it is. If you plan for it, then you can make sure you're able to capture those times that are national holidays and maybe something that's specific to your business. See, this coming December, I'll be turning 31. See, I just told a one person for life. 61. Let me get that right. I'm trying to go back in time, Lisa. Back down memory lane. Oh, okay, anyway. I'm going to be 61 on my birthday. So I'm going to be offering discounted strategy calls during a certain time during the month of December to commemorate my birthday. That's what I'm talking about. Make it something unique and something fun that applies to your business. Maybe it's your 5th year in business, or I just saw Celeste Mergens just is celebrating today on LinkedIn. It popped up that she's been doing the Girls' Day organization for 15 years. Congratulations, Celeste. So whatever is going on in your business, or if there's a national event that a lot of people are going to be having their money ready to give it up, you should capitalize on that. The other thing is to utilize social media and embrace AI as you do. Because the truth is, it's almost everywhere nowadays. And I wrote an article about it on LinkedIn, excuse me, that you can see my 5 steps that I talk about the importance of planning for sales events. I also want to say is while you're talking about social media, use your email. Do you have a customer list? If you don't, make sure you get one. One of the biggest mistakes I made, Lisa, and you know this, is in the beginning, I didn't check my email. And not only that, I didn't capture emails from customers because I don't like emails. I just figure everybody else does either. But how are people going to know about my business if I wasn't putting stuff out there somewhere, creating a newsletter, lead magnets, or different things? And that often takes an email to do that. They're a necessary nuisance when doing business. And then finally, I just say, have fun with it. Make a plan that you will actually work with. You may not want to do Black Friday or Small Business Saturday, but what about Cyber Monday? Is that your jam? Or is it, I want to do a special discount for my birthday or the anniversary of my business or because I have a cat? Or in my case, it would be guinea pigs. Whatever it is, just have fun and do it. What are your thoughts, Lisa?
I agree. I think on the product side, not only do you have to have a product, but you have to have a description that's understandable. A lot of times people put all of this information, and by the time I finish reading the description, I still can't figure out what the product is.
Ooh,
I mean, I can see it, but I'm not getting it. It's kind of like if you think about a chef trying to sell something on TV, you know how they always explain the smell, the texture, the taste. Well, make sure you do that. Make sure that you have a detailed description, not too long, and make it engaging. Make it so that people actually want to buy it. Planning is important. You can start planning now for next year. Put it on your calendar. A lot of times what some people do is they will actually plan it out and plan when they're going to start working on it to remind them, so they've given themselves enough time. The holiday seasons, we already know they're coming. You
Yes.
already know New Year's Eve is coming. So you already know, if you're a coach, you already know that January is when most people really start up and really want to start moving and making change. Well, don't wait till January. Start putting things out in December, because those people can use money that they get for Christmas, or they may be planning for
Yeah.
something. So start selling it in December. Don't wait until January. If it's going to help somebody start their new year off, they have to start before January 1st, because otherwise they've really just said, okay, I'm going to do this in January, and then you're not going to have them for a customer for long.
Not at all. Which is why I want to mention to everyone that a great Christmas gift is getting people to join convened communities where real life, real people, and real experiences collide. You can join the community for free. And once you're inside the community, you can come on into my monthly group coaching program, which is designed for entrepreneurs and small business owners so they can create courses, collaborate, make passive income, and so much more. What I want to say, Lisa, is that on this Face It Friday, I want to thank you for once again jumping on with me. The interviews of people of impact is going to start back up in January, and I'm excited about that. But until then, Lisa and I are going to be coming here every Friday, almost every Friday, giving you business tips and talking about the things that we're noticing as people are wrapping up this new year. And for you entrepreneurs that maybe say, Brenda, I just don't have the time or the bandwidth to do what you guys are talking about right now. That's why you jump in and join the portal, so we can show you how to maximize your time so you can save money, increase revenue, and live your best life now. What is now no opportunity wasted. And don't take the opportunity to check us out every Friday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube, LinkedIn, and where else we at, Lisa? Oh, Facebook. We're going to be everywhere. And then we're going to probably pop up some more on Instagram, because we are working to expand our viewership and our base. And I want to address this too while I'm on here with you, Lisa. I had somebody say, hey, Brenda, I looked up here and I noticed that you only have 1,000 something followers on this one, or 200 something like this here. You've been doing this for a while. Absolutely. What I want to tell you is that, you know what happens when we do this? You practice, you hone your skills, you begin to show your expertise, and one day one video go viral or not. But in the meantime, you keep doing what you do, because if you have a dream and you believe that what you have is valuable for people to come out, then you need to keep doing it. Don't give up, because you never know. The next show could be the show that blows you up. I'm excited about that, because I recently saw some friends of mine who have been doing this a lot longer than I have finally had that one video that took them over the top. And they're so excited. Everybody always say, what's the secret to getting clients? What's the secret to getting views? The secret is to keep doing it. You just keep doing it. And one of these days, what you've been believing for is going to happen. But if you don't show up, nobody can see you when you glow up. All right, Lisa, what are your final thoughts about, what is it, Black Friday, small business and planning for a sales event?
So the fact that you have not mentioned that if they sign the if they join the Solutionist portal, you're actually giving them the courses, the AI courses.
See, again.
And I guarantee she doesn't have that written out on her social media either. She just tells people.
No, because I just been telling people as I connect with people, Lisa. But the truth is, if you see this video and you want to go to Lisa's AI class and you want to avoid the expense, then join the Solutionist portal and it'll be a wash, because I will give you the access to her courses for free, because she's been generous enough to allow people that join the Solutionist portal to come to her AI classes at no cost to them. So thank you for that reminder, Lisa, because I had forgotten. I need to put out something about that. That would have been a great Black Friday, Small Business Saturday put out. Anyway, we got to go, because I got to go curl my hair and it's time to eat. Hope you guys had an absolutely fabulous Thanksgiving. Remember, there's so much in life to be grateful for. Face it, sometimes we forget to be grateful for the little things. I'm grateful for Lisa because, as a friend, as a mentor, as an accountability buddy, I couldn't ask for better. And she's going to kill me when we get off camera for that because she doesn't like that kind of mushy stuff. Anyway, remember, everybody, the choices you make today will be the reality you live tomorrow. So choose wisely and choose to come back and join Lisa and I next Friday when we talk about something else. Bye, y'all.